Don't forget to use our grid to report any Bigfoot that you might spot in our videos. Now, the whole concept behind placing voice or sound activated recorders out every half mile along the northern end of the Spooky Valley was to see what kind of reaction we'd get, see what kind of traffic is there. We know that they come and go from Spooky Valley, and therefore we should probably try to figure out where their trails or their egress from the valley is. It also might give us a good idea of the locations. If one recorder picks up a vocalization and the next ones to it don't, then we know about where they cross through. Another thing, it might give us an indication as to how many was in the group that came down off the mountain. There's various informations that we can get from this kind of an exercise, and we will be using this again. Now, I'm using 1.5-inch deck screws to fasten a pouch that the recorder fits in. The pouch won't block any of the sound, but it's a very tough little pouch and prevents easy removal of the recorder from the tree. However, if they were to figure out that the pouch opens up and the recorder can be slipped right out, then that will tell us something also. So we went through and we put up 6 recorders this way. And we had some interesting results, in which I'll tell you about that in a few moments. Now, of course, I was concentrating on putting up the pouches and the recorders, but Triton, his main job was to watch for any watchers, either human or Bigfoot or anything else. And while he was at it, he was supposed to be using the cameras to try to look at anything out of the ordinary. In this way, we were hoping to make sure that our pouches would remain in place instead of disappearing. However, even with all of our results or all of our efforts to make sure that nobody was watching, one of our pouches and recorders disappeared. Now, the pouch and recorder that disappeared this time around was not the same one that disappeared under the spruce tree several weeks before. This was a second pouch. However, we managed to retrieve it. We found it. It was sitting on a branch a good 50 yards away from where we had placed it. It had ripped the pouch out of the tree, screws and all. Now, we still have a lot of audio to listen to, because that's 6 recorders with a week's worth of stop and go recording. So it's going to take us a long time to get all the way through all of the various recorders. However, I will be able to report that each and every recorder that was put up has sounds on it that sounds like something was messing with the recorder. There's tapping, there's fumbling, sometimes there's little noises and grunts and groans and stuff like that. So we really don't know what it was. I mean, it could have been a deer sniffing it for all we know. But it's an interesting experience with interesting results. Now, if we do make it all the way through our recorders and find something that's really, really interesting, like a language or vocalization or something like that, we will certainly share that with you. So our preliminary results of every recorder having sounds on it like it was being tampered with leads us to the wild speculation, really. Was there a Bigfoot at all 6 recorders? If so, was it one Bigfoot that was running behind us, following us all the way down the mountain as we put up the recorders? Were there a team of them with signals and stuff like that, and saw us coming down the road and relayed it to the next team? It's really hard to say. This is opening up some real good new stuff. However, looking at it from the skeptical side, maybe there was a deer or raccoon in every position that was went up and sniffed and licked the recorder or something like that. So we still have no proof as to what it was.